Okay,
Hello,
sure.
everyone. Welcome to our new QGIS sprint video. Today, we will present you what we did in the last 2 weeks, as usual. So I will start first. Let me share my screen. So from my side, from my side, there was a lot of work in progress this sprint. But what I want to say is that in this sprint, we introduced a new level in database table inside the browser, which is QGIS project. And you can see we have a lot of new options here. They are usually mostly connected to the Postgres SQL. So the next step for us in this sprint, in the next sprint, will be to introduce a new section in the browser chapter, which will cover managing QGIS projects from the Postgres SQL. Also, I added some more things to the table layer level. That means that now you can create a spatial index or delete a spatial index for your table. Another thing that I was working on is identifying referenced and referencing relations inside the vector layer. For that, we use identify tool. So, for example, here, if we go to this vector, we can see that there is a lot of relations connected to this layer. Now identifying tool will allow us to see all the relations connected to that feature. And if you want to avoid this huge nesting, you will just go on the right click, go to identify feature, and your identify results will show only what you asked for. So that you can find in the working with vector data in the section called exploring features attributes through the identify tool. Another thing that I was working on, and I'm still working because it will be covered fully in the next sprint, is authentication options. So I want to introduce new authentication methods, which is API header, to handle all the VMS, VFS, and similar layers. Also, in the meantime, I realized that we didn't cover the AWS, so I will do that. And that will be in the authentication system chapter, which needs a little bit more update than the usual ticket covers. So yes, that's from my end in this last sprint, and the next sprint will be connected to this one. I will continue to work on authentication, on the relations, and trying to introduce a new section for QGIS project from the Postgres SQL database. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Hafni and I'm going to share and show you what I've worked on in these past 2 weeks. Let me share my screen. So, I've been working on these issues. This is the geometry checker into processing. Okay, there are a lot of PRs that have been merged, but we still have 2 PRs remaining that haven't been merged yet due to some situation. Let me show you. For instance, sliver polygons, small polygons, and fixed small polygons. They are related to each other. That's why I create single PR for them. So the situation is that the visual examples, again, is not satisfactory yet. And yes, we've been discussing a lot of things here regarding how to simplify the illustration so that we hope the visual example will make user understand better with how the algorithm works. And the other things, we have polygons exceeding boundaries. The situation is quite messy and complicated here, and confusing, of course, because the idea of this algorithm is to check if features are following boundaries of reference features found in the reference layer, but no clear explanation about to what extent a feature is considered as following or not. Another one's boundary. Let me show you. So this guy provided us with some use cases. This is really helpful, but we still couldn't get one point of what follow boundaries actually means. I mean, a lot of things going on here. That's why it's hard to document. And I think this would go stale, and they're gonna remove this algorithm from the software. Yeah. Then yeah, that's the update from the geometry checker. Other thing I also work on the issues like let me show you. Yeah, I was busy with these issues. We switch layer names to use name instead of wheel label. The idea here is that the training manual, there are a lot of there are still a lot of incorrect inline text for layer name as stated in the writing guidelines. We should use double backtick instead of we label. However, I came across a lot of tags that use incorrect inline tags in the training manual. That's why I create pull request to fix everything in general, not limited to this issue. And in the future, I also plan to clarify more inline text option for certain names, like for example, database name, column name, and so on. After that, I work on this issue. I'm still still working on this issue, and essentially this VR fixes 3 issues that are related to new section in the layer properties called 3D view. So this is related to these 3 issues that mentioning 3D billboards, and then render on terrain surface, and this issues itself, text annotation. Let me show you the difference. Let me open my QGIS. For instance, show you just a second. So in QGIS, if here I have notation layer, and then if you open the properties, then you will find 3D view, and we have 2 options here: render on terrain surface and 3D billboards. For example, I select render on terrain surface, and the text or the what's this? The notation layer in the 3D map view will look like this. This look like the text laid down on the surface. And then if you select 3D billboards, and then you can do some configuration for the font, for example. You can make it bigger like this, and then change the color, and then show the call outlines, and of course the offset. So it will look like this. The text appears floating and always faces the camera, and yeah, no matter how you navigate your camera, it will always follow you like this. This is really interesting, but this is only applicable for marker and text annotation if you have notation layer. Yeah, I think that's pretty much from my end. Thank you.
So from the QGIS website side, these last 2 weeks I've been mainly focusing on the infrastructure. Let me just share my screen. So what you're seeing here is my project board. Um, Mainly, I've been focusing on this task preparing, entry, monitoring, and planning for the production. There are some tasks that will be done, so I will continue with this on this sprint. And so I was doing some R&D regarding the self-hosted uh, runner for to run QGIS on CI. So for that, it's also a work under progress. But as you can see here, I forked the QGIS repository, and then these runners are the self-hosted ones. I am now running some tests on these self-hosted runner and trying to adapt the runner to run the workflow of QGIS. So that's it from my side for now, and thank you.